I'm going to run through my stock trades for the day and kind of give everyone an idea of how I was trading. Okay, so my three stocks in play were DSS, POAI, and INO. Okay, DSS was huge pre-market. We were sitting around 13 to 16 the past week, and this stock, quite a surprise, I think, for many people here. So as we can see here, this is pre-market. So as we go here, we were sitting around high 20s, and then on this first, right at the open, we had a green candle, but then it dipped, quite a dip here. So definitely wise for people who didn't buy, who waited here. And what happened was it dipped, and see, there was a market, they halted for about 15 minutes. So it went down, which gave perfect opportunity. This is when the market halted right here. Now, I had my stock trade ready, or my buy, and I placed it right here, 24, and then I rode it all the way up until we had these two, and then I ended up selling actually around 29. So I'll show you guys something though. This stock continued riding up until over 36, 37, and I should have held longer, but it was still a solid trade. So now, if we look further, I'll show you guys. The stock reached its high right here at 52 cents. I bought in once more here. It was after it reached this candle. It was around 9:10 in the morning. I bought at around 38 range, and I held it until around 43 on this one. So just a small scale. Now this is a very low penny stock, so that's a pretty significant percentage actually when you think about it. So that was another good trade. If we look down here, we can see the volume adjustments very high around here, and then it continued actually. This is where it reached its high right there, and it was very high here. So we can see how the volume affected that high point. Now, the next stock I bought was, or that I was holding, was POAI, and this also was interesting because we can see here yesterday it was in the $1.90 to $2 range. It jumped significantly. At pre-market, we see this huge green candle, and that took us up into the $3.50 range. Now, there are many good moves here to hop in and get some. Okay, so this was one of my first stocks I bought this morning, and I bought right like here 3.30, and I held up until about 370, and then I sold. So very good scalp PR, very good. And then I bought in again right here on this candle. I bought in at 337, and I held it until about I went up until 4, and then I sold. I should have held longer. It got all the way up to 442. So fantastic stock, and the market is still going today, so we can see kind of where this general trend has been downwards for the rest of the day. So the real strong trades were in the beginning here for predictive oncology. Now, I'll go to the next one, which was INO. INO has been very interesting this week. So, high point was right at the beginning. We got up to 1193. We can see quite a gap here from. This is when the start. It went from the $8.50 range up to the 9s and into the 10s pre-market. And then we got dip down here, and then right here is pre-market. So on this one, I jumped in. Let's see here. Okay. I gotta figure out where I am here. Okay. I didn't get in right at the beginning. I actually got in on this stock a bit later here. So let me see here. Okay, so on this stock, I ended up jumping in around 9. And I went in around here, 9:15, 9:16. And I rode this one up until just over 10, 10:05, and then I sold. So very significant. We were at a pretty low point for the day. We were back under 9 into the 8 range. And there are other good setups here if we look. This was another move I took right here. We have 5 consecutive candles here, and I hopped in around 9:20 on this one, and I rode this one up until about 9:55 or 9:56, and then I sold. So this was another great move, and then that was my trading. So just around $7,000 made on the day, just a bit over. So very solid. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but it's been very volatile markets, and I just urge you guys, just really watch your trades and know when to get in, but more importantly, when to sell. Give me your feedback and have a nice evening.